Hey guys and gals, what's going on? Let's talk about Skullgirls at EVO. Now, EVO is one of the biggest fighting game tournaments of all time, and this year Skullgirls had a side tournament there that was streamed on the Mad Catz stream. And you're probably wondering, what is the difference between a side tournament and a main tournament? Well, the main tournaments get to be played on the main stage, the big tournament. A side tournament is played off to the side and is a kind of a lesser tournament. Now, Skullgirls sponsored Mad Catz, who you might know makes a lot of fighting game gear, like fight sticks or even things to hold your fight sticks in. But they sponsored them, which is a big thing because they had Mad Catz stream their tournament to the masses. And this was great because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to see any matches. Now you're probably wondering, who won the Evolution tournament of Skullgirls? Well, it was a big upset because people thought that Ductator was going to win, but instead it was the people's champion, Sage, who took first place with Swiftfox taking second place, and Elda taking third, with Sonic Fox taking fourth. I personally kind of wanted Sonic Fox to get a little bit farther because I saw him in Injustice and I saw how good he was, and he was very excited because he was also the champion of the main stage game Injustice with his Batgirl. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I doing a whole entire talking about this? Why is this video this long just to talk about who won at EVO? Why are you only talking about top 4 anyway? Well, there was a catastrophe with the timing, and it's probably going to be labeled the Mad Catz catastrophe. You're probably wondering, what is this Mad Catz catastrophe that you are talking about? Well, Skullgirls was supposed to start right after Tekken Tag Tournament 2 ended. Their whole entire tournament of Tekken Tag Tournament 2. But it was running a little bit early, so they had an expedition match with Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And somebody thought it was an amazing idea to have a first to 13. That means whoever gets the 13 wins, 5 rounds of first to 13, and in those matches of those rounds, I mean the characters actually fighting, there's 3 rounds. So if you went all the way for that, that's 3 out of 5 for each match to a first to 13 in 5 rounds. In Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which is also a pretty long game. So, with that in mind, it went over 2 hours, over the time that it was supposed to be. Now, this is important to keep because the tournament for Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was already over. This is just an expedition match, and an expedition match doesn't really matter. But we had 2 hours straight of an expedition match and waiting for Skullgirls to get started. Once it did get started, we were bombarded with bad news from Skullgirls Twitter to Mad Catz Twitter that instead of seeing the top 16 in Skullgirls like everybody really wanted to see, it is going to be cut down to just the top 4. And when we did get to those top 4, I was personally really saddened because it went by pretty fast. There were really big blow-ups in that tournament. No really close matches going down to the wire. It was just blow-up after blow-up, so it really just felt like it was only 5 minutes. Felt like. Now, how did this affect the stream? I was in the stream, I wasn't really being too active, I just watched the people fall apart. People were angered for 2 hours straight. The people that thought that they were going to watch Skullgirls took their time out of the day just to get onto that one Skullgirls thing, just to watch it. Had to wait 2 hours just to watch the top 4. They wanted to see top 16, they wanted to see everybody get the chance to play, but we only got to see the top 4. And for a long time, we actually had nothing on the stream, and we just had a blank chair and just the 2 cameras they would be using to watch the game and the competitors. not be used at all, and it's just blank, basically. So you could have streamed maybe the top 8 of Skullgirls, but instead we had the top 4. Now, people reacted really bad, spamming the chat with Skullgirls or Raid or, you know, Mad Catz, you know, just hate. It was a catastrophe on the Mad Catz side, and they even lost a good amount of viewers, and I think around 100, because they started going over to different streams. There was really only 2 streams going on at the time. There was a Mexican tournament stream and my own stream, and really, it was quite sad just to see 2 hours straight people had to wait for an expedition match to end. And you could probably wonder what my thoughts are. I thought that it was just so disheartening that the people that really wanted to watch Skullgirls had to wait 2 hours straight for a match that didn't even matter in the end, because the tournament was already over for the game and they could have just done it off stream. We had to wait for a first to 13. Now the thing is, a first to 13, 5 rounds of that, in any game, not just Tekken Tag Tournament 2. There isn't hate just on Tekken Tag Tournament 2, though in this chat there was a lot of hate on Tekken Tag Tournament 2, because it seems like this hasn't been the first time that Tekken Tag Tournament 2 has went over on its time. And people were just outraged. Not just in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is a first to 13 a really bad idea. In any game, maybe besides Ultimate Marvel 3, because those matches end so fast, a first to 13 is an awful idea. And of course you're going to go over your time when it's a first to 13, and a lot of people were really outraged. I just kept myself busy with other things. I really wanted to get into watching competitive Skullgirls play. I wasn't really into it, and I wanted to see a lot more people than just the people I knew. Luckily, I only really knew to Kill Sage, and everybody else was new to it, but it was just blow up at the blow up, and I didn't really get to see true skill being shown out there. Yes, the players were skilled and it was fun seeing them, but I didn't get to see down to the wire matches, the hype build up. The matches themselves were pretty hype, but the wait for the 2 hours straight, a 2-hour wait, it destroyed all hype I had watching the stream, and people left in droves until the actual Skullgirls tournament started. People were spamming, turn on your ad blocks, do all this. It was a catastrophe to just be in that stream, and I really hope Mad Catz learns from this. And I can't say that I don't put the blame on them, because a first to 13 is an awful idea to even have in the beginning. Thank you guys for watching, and if you did enjoy, please consider thumbsing up or even subscribing. See you later.